So, Christmas is over, the decorations are down, and your living room looks bland again. You've eaten too much turkey, but at least you're gonna smell nice with all those deodorant gift sets you've just unwrapped. 2015 was an awesome year for gaming, whatever platform you chose to play on, and in my honest opinion it was probably the biggest wallet buster of the generation so far. Just when you thought the remnants of your savings account was safe and sound, 2016 has come along, adding another pile of games to the equation. So I just thought I'd make a little list of all the ones that I'm looking forward to the most. Now of course, there's gonna be another load of announcements and new games that we didn't know about coming out as the year goes on. So keep in mind that this list is as of January 2016. And also remember that this is my personal list of some of the things I'm looking forward to. My opinions will probably change over time, but these are a few of the ones that get me excited the most at the moment. So anyway, let's get on with it. Doom, a franchise that was made famous for its arcadey shoot-'em-up gameplay, weird demonic enemies, and gory carnage. And maybe the fact that it's practically the granddad of FPS, as it's one of the first shooters to feature 3D graphics and had network multiplayer capabilities. It's not been around for a while now, with the last big entry in the series being Doom 3, which came out in 2004. So it was a nice surprise to see that the game is being rebooted and coming back with an arsenal of crazy sci-fi weaponry and even more evil demons to use them on. Now The Division is a game that we've all seen coming for a while now, as it was announced back in 2013. It sparked a huge amount of interest at the time, but unfortunately we were told that we'd have to wait a fair while before we could get our mitts on it. As it turns out, it's 2016, the year that The Division is set for release, and it looks like it could be an interesting take on a mid-crisis scenario. We've all seen post-apocalyptic games over and over again, but The Division puts us in a world where the apocalypse is currently taking place, and everyone's trying to survive a deathly virus along with the fall of mankind. Sounds like a load of fun. With the first Mirror's Edge releasing in 2008, it became one of the more overlooked titles of the last generation. With the announcement of Mirror's Edge Catalyst, it got a lot of people excited, and instead of being a direct sequel, Catalyst is set as a prequel, and it's said to be more of an origin story, meaning it's going to attract new fans, hopefully without disappointing already existing fans. Free running around on rooftops and diving headfirst through skyscraper windows is definitely something that isn't seen every day in the world of gaming, and so it should hopefully be a refreshing experience when it hits shelves later on this year. Imagine a game that lets you destroy pretty much everything you see in the city, taking down skyscrapers, bridges, and well, anything you aim at really. CRACKDOWN 3 dropped a fair few jaws when we saw it back at E3, as we found out that it's going to let you do all of this, all without the destruction being scripted. It's like nothing we've really ever seen before, and it's going to put that cloud power to good use. Its cartoonish art style and colour palette looks like a nice change from the norm, giving us a huge futuristic sandbox city to play around in. The game looks like some overall fun and should hopefully be a great game to run wild with later on in 2016. Back when Quantum Break was announced, I honestly had very little interest in the game, down to all the TV series mumbo jumbo stuff being the main focus. But after seeing some much needed gameplay, I'm back on board with it, as Quantum Break is easily one of the most interesting games on the list. The gameplay looks like it could be a fun mix of time manipulation and special effects, and the fact that you can have a shootout in an environment where time has stopped sounds friggin' awesome. Hopefully the episodic TV show stuff helps the story rather than hinders it, and if done right, Quantum Break could definitely be one of 2016's most memorable games. If the sound of robotic dinosaurs isn't enough of a reason to make the list, then I don't know what is. Horizon Zero Dawn looks futuristic, but yet primitive, and of course wacky as hell. The open world in which the game is set is brand new and something we've never seen before, 1,000 years into the future where the Earth has been taken over by robotic creatures. It's got action and RPG elements, and it's a game that we definitely didn't see coming, especially coming from the makers of the Killzone franchise. Horizon Zero Dawn should be coming out later this year, and hopefully, having a full-on battle with a mechanical T-Rex is as cool as it sounds. Now the word ambitious springs to mind when talking about the upcoming sci-fi game No Man's Sky. It's not your typical shoot a bunch of bad guys and progress to the next level kind of game, as it's doing something that hasn't really been done before. The whole open world genre is at the forefront of many game developers' minds to help draw more audiences that demand more bang for their buck. No Man's Sky is much more than just a game with a big map, as it'll feature an entire universe of procedurally generated goodness and let us fly around galaxies, allowing us to explore millions of life-size planets, each with their own wildlife, locations, resources and tasks. No Man's Sky's got a lot of people excited, and I'm eager to see whether a game of this scale can be really pulled off successfully. We all knew it was coming, and seeing the announcement back at E3 wasn't exactly a huge surprise, as the Gears of War franchise is loved by fans across the globe for its grisly violent action, tight cover-based shooting, and of course its horde mode. There isn't a lot of talk going on at the moment surrounding the storyline, and Microsoft is staying fairly quiet regarding the plot. But Gears 4 is likely going to follow on from Gears 3, and continue the story with plenty more locust blasting action, as humankind itself struggles to survive the ongoing conflict. It's been a while since the last main title, so it should feel good to get behind a brutal lancer once again and slice off a few heads later on this year. After going through a ridiculous amount of delays that led us to believe that Sony's new platformer had died a prolonged death, multiple times, it looks like The Last Guardian is arriving late to the party after all, and we can all let out a sigh of relief for the game that caught a lot of interest a whole 7 years ago. The game might seem like it's been coming forever, but this year it's real, and the giant dog bird cat thing along with his buddy is back on the radar and looks like it's going to be an epic game to look forward to. Let's just hope it doesn't go and get delayed again. Fingers crossed for its 2016 release. With Naughty Dog still set to bring us a blockbuster title for the next generation, and the thought of us getting to play through another, possibly final Uncharted game is something that generates hype to a whole new level. The Uncharted series is probably one of my favourite, if not my favourite video game series of all time, down to its awesome action-adventure, fast-paced shootouts, insane set pieces and great storytelling and characters. An overall great package. After seeing all the E3 footage and watching the gameplay in action, it looks like Uncharted 4 isn't going to be any different, and by the looks of things, Naughty Dog are going to deliver another knockout punch in 2016. So that's my list of top games coming out later in 2016 that I'm going to be keeping an eye on the most. But do remember that this video was posted in January, so there's a lot of other unannounced titles that'll most likely be out this year too. But as of now, this is pretty much my top 10 list at the moment. Stay tuned to see gameplay, reviews and other videos of all these games as they're released. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. And don't be shy, let me know down below what games you're looking forward to the most. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.